This movie tells a story about Kurt Curdle, a rideshare driver for Spree. He dreams of one day sitting atop a social media empire, but he's not there yet. Kurt has come up with the perfect way to go viral. He's decked out his car with cameras for a non-stop live stream full of killer entertainment. In the middle of all this madness, a stand-up comedian with her own viral agenda, Jessie Adams, crosses Kurt's path and becomes our only hope to put a stop to this misguided carnage. This satire about a rideshare driver who murders for online fame lacks the bite or nuance its premise deserves. As provocative as it aims to be, the biggest appeal of this movie is in its plausibility. Hence, the exaggeration of this movie takes a pretty long time to come around, and when it does, it goes on for far too long and without enough age. The movie begins as an entertaining dark comedy that turns into a surprisingly bloody slasher before giving way to something far bleaker and soul-crushing. That it winds down on such a somber, depressing note is likely the movie's entire point, but the tonal whiplash is jarring all the same. Kurt's bizarre persona and his lovably cringe-worthy ideas start as hilarious but eventually fall into a repetitive pattern as the body count rises. That means the entire middle section starts to drag, made even worse in that the whole roster of characters are shallow and mostly unlikable. Again, maybe that's the point, but it doesn't make for an easier watch when we don't care about anyone on screen. There are random additional elements that feel tacked on and unnecessary, like having Jane interact with a creepy, unfunny white comedian. The longer and more uncomfortable that those interactions get, the more unnecessary they become. Jane herself is actually an interesting character. While the movie develops her to be an actual part of the story, she for the most part plays like a device to keep audiences from checking out. The actress plays the role pretty well, but the jokes the script gives her are not particularly funny. Ultimately, this movie feels like an extended episode of Black Mirror. In the end, the movie doesn't bring anything new to the conversation, and the superficiality of the characters makes it all feel a bit too empty.